The story of Ford is the story of America on wheels. From the roaring sound of a Mustang tearing through the streets to the rugged toughness of an F-150 conquering construction sites, highways, and off-road trails, Ford has created vehicles that are not just modes of transport but true cultural icons. The Ford Mustang and the Ford F-150 represent two sides of the same coin. One is a symbol of speed, freedom, and raw passion, while the other is a workhorse, a truck that has defined reliability, toughness, and capability for generations. Together, they stand as pillars of the automotive world, shaping history and winning the hearts of millions across decades. To understand the Mustang and the F-150 is to understand why Ford continues to dominate both performance and practicality. Let's take a deep dive into their past, their evolution, their impact, and their future as they race forward into a new era. When the Ford Mustang first debuted in 1964, it instantly captured the imagination of a generation. The timing was perfect. America was entering an age of optimism, youth culture was booming, and people wanted cars that were stylish, affordable, and fun to drive. The Mustang was introduced at the New York World's Fair, and Ford expected moderate success, but what they got instead was a phenomenon. Within the first 2 years, more than 1 million Mustangs were sold. It was more than just a car, it was a movement. The Mustang became the pioneer of the pony car segment, inspiring rivals like the Chevrolet Camaro, Dodge Challenger, and Pontiac Firebird. Its long hood, short deck proportions, and aggressive stance made it look fast even when standing still. On the other hand, the Ford F-Series had already been around for over a decade by then. Born in 1948, the F-Series was designed as a tough, no-nonsense truck that could handle work on farms, construction sites, and in towns across America. It wasn't glamorous like the Mustang, but it quickly became a staple of daily life. The F-150, introduced in 1975, would go on to become Ford's crown jewel, cementing its place as the best-selling truck in America for over 40 consecutive years. If the Mustang was a symbol of freedom on the open road, the F-150 was a symbol of strength, reliability, and productivity. What makes the Mustang truly special is its evolution through time. The first-generation Mustangs, running from 1964 to 1973, set the tone with a combination of style and affordability. Enthusiasts could choose from a modest inline-six engine for everyday driving or a powerful V8 for heart-racing thrills. Special models like the Shelby GT350 and GT500 elevated the Mustang into legendary status, offering track-ready performance with brutal acceleration. Hollywood soon immortalized the car as well. Think of Steve McQueen's famous chase scene in the movie Bullet, where a 1968 Mustang fastback raced through the streets of San Francisco. That single film scene solidified the Mustang as not just a car but a piece of American pop culture. Meanwhile, the F-150 was quietly rewriting its own story. The second-generation F-Series in the 1950s brought more comfort and style, while the third and fourth generations in the 1960s and 1970s improved payload and durability. By the time the sixth-generation trucks rolled out in the 1970s, Ford was already gaining a reputation for trucks that could handle almost anything. The introduction of the F-150 in 1975 was a response to new regulations, but it ended up becoming the most popular model in the lineup. Its balance of capability, power, and everyday usability struck the perfect chord with buyers. Farmers, contractors, outdoor adventurers, and families all found a friend in the F-150. It wasn't just a tool, it was a partner in daily life. The Mustang, however, went through ups and downs. The oil crisis of the 1970s forced automakers to rethink performance cars. The Mustang II, introduced in 1974, was smaller, lighter, and more fuel-efficient, but many enthusiasts felt it lacked the soul of the original. Still, it sold well because it matched the mood of the time. The 1980s brought a rebirth with the Fox body Mustang, which became a favorite among tuners and racers thanks to its lightweight design and powerful 5.0-liter V8. Street racing culture, drag strips, and weekend car meets often featured Mustangs as stars. They were fast, affordable, and endlessly customizable. For many, the Fox Body Mustang was the car that introduced them to the thrill of performance driving. During the same era, the F-150 was cementing its reputation as the go-to pickup. The 7th and 8th generations of F-Series trucks brought more powerful engines, improved towing, and greater comfort. The rise of SUVs and trucks in the 1990s only strengthened the F-150's dominance. While competitors like Chevrolet Silverado and Dodge Ram were popular, the F-150 consistently outsold them. The reason was simple. Ford kept evolving, adding features customers wanted without compromising on toughness. Whether it was the rancher in Texas, the builder in New York, or the family in the Midwest who needed a reliable truck, the F-150 delivered every single time. The Mustang in the 1990s and 2000s went through a retro-inspired revival. The 4th generation brought smoother styling, while the 5th generation in 2005 embraced the classic design cues of the 1960s with modern technology. This retro-modern approach won back many fans who longed for the Mustang's golden era. Special editions like the Mustang Bullitt, Shelby GT500, and Boss 302 continued to thrill enthusiasts. By the time the 6th generation Mustang launched in 2015, Ford had made it a global car for the first time, selling it not just in the United States but across Europe, Asia, and beyond. Its independent rear suspension, turbocharged EcoBoost engines, and powerful GT models showed Ford's commitment to blending tradition with innovation. At the same time, the F-150 was breaking new ground. In 2015, Ford shocked the world by introducing the 13th generation F-150 with a body made from military-grade aluminum. Critics questioned whether truck buyers would accept aluminum instead of steel, but the move paid off. The new F-150 was lighter, stronger, and more fuel-efficient without compromising durability. Innovations like Pro Trailer Backup Assist, advanced safety systems, and powerful EcoBoost engines kept the F-150 ahead of the competition. Year after year, it continued to dominate sales, often being the single best-selling vehicle in America, not just among trucks but across all categories. What ties the Mustang and the F-150 together is their ability to adapt while staying true to their roots. The Mustang remains a performance icon, and the F-150 remains the ultimate pickup. Yet both have embraced new technology and the future of mobility. The Mustang Mach-E, an all-electric SUV, sparked controversy among purists when it was announced. Some argued that the Mustang name should never be on an SUV, let alone an electric one. But Ford saw it differently. By using the Mustang brand, they wanted to show that electric vehicles could be just as thrilling, stylish, and aspirational as gasoline-powered ones. And while the Mach-E is different, it has found success and helped bring new customers into the Ford family. The F-150 has also embraced electrification with the introduction of the F-150 Lightning, an all-electric version of America's favorite truck. With its massive torque, quick acceleration, and ability to power homes during outages, the Lightning has redefined what a truck can do. It shows that toughness isn't just about brute force anymore, it's about innovation and versatility. The fact that the F-150 Lightning can tow heavy loads and also serve as a mobile generator highlights Ford's vision of the future. Just as the original F-150 became indispensable decades ago, the Lightning is positioning itself as the truck of the future. Even as Ford pushes into electrification, the Mustang and the F-150 still cater to traditional enthusiasts. The Mustang GT, Shelby GT500, and special editions keep the V8 spirit alive. The F-150 offers a wide range of engines, from powerful V6 EcoBoosts to hybrid options, ensuring there's a truck for every need. Both vehicles embody choice and flexibility, a big reason why they continue to dominate their respective markets. Culturally, these vehicles have gone beyond transportation. The Mustang has been featured in countless movies, TV shows, and music videos. From Gone in 60 Seconds, with Eleanor, to the Fast and Furious franchise, the Mustang always symbolizes excitement, rebellion, and speed. Car clubs, track days, and drag strips around the world are filled with Mustangs, from classics to the latest models. The F-150, meanwhile, is the backbone of American work and lifestyle. It appears in country songs, construction sites, and camping trips. It's the truck you see hauling boats to the lake, towing trailers across states, and carrying tools that build America's infrastructure. If the Mustang is the dream, the F-150 is the reality. Together, they form a complete picture of what Ford stands for. Looking to the future, Ford faces challenges. The automotive industry is shifting rapidly toward electrification, autonomy, and connectivity. Competitors like Tesla, Rivian, and even traditional rivals like GM and Ram are pushing hard into electric trucks and performance EVs. Yet Ford has a strong advantage with its Mustang and F-150 brands. People trust these names. When you buy a Mustang, you know you're getting performance. When you buy an F-150, you know you're getting toughness. That trust is priceless, and it gives Ford a strong foundation to build on as it transitions into the future. Ultimately, the Ford Mustang and the Ford F-150 are more than vehicles. They are living legends. They represent two powerful desires: the need for speed and excitement, and the need for strength and reliability. Few automakers can claim to dominate both worlds, but Ford does it with these two icons. Whether it's the growl of a Mustang GT V8 echoing down an empty road or the sight of an F-150 hauling a heavy load without breaking a sweat, these vehicles stir emotions that go beyond practicality. They inspire pride, passion, and loyalty. Every generation has its Mustang story or F-150 story. For some, it's the first car they ever drove, the one they raced on Friday nights. For others, it's the truck that helped them build their first house or take their family on unforgettable road trips. These stories are personal, emotional, and deeply tied to the American way of life. That is why, even in a world of rapid change, the Mustang and F-150 will continue to thrive. They are not just machines, they are companions in the journey of life. And as the road ahead leads to electric power, digital innovation, and new possibilities, one thing remains certain. The Ford Mustang will always stand as a symbol of freedom, and the Ford F-150 will always stand as a symbol of strength. Together, they are not just Ford's greatest achievements but two of the greatest vehicles in automotive history.